Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Browns going up against the Steelers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Fletcher Cox in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball at the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
They'll set up the screen to McCoy. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now a man who punted for the Browns in 2015, Andy Leon, to kick it away. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, Prescott stripped. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Prescott. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Dontari Poe busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Prescott going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The throw on second down is locked. Screen play, Johnson. He's got room to run past the 20. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And Luck opting not to run a play. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now it's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it in every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And the play clock's running down. Now it's locked. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now Luck. And he slings one that's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Love. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they?
Loss on the tackle.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment. One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
On second down, here's Locke. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
It's a nice completion, and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Play clock winding down. To throw is Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's McCoy. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Again, it's McCoy. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue strength.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
This is McCoy. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Luck. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Evan Ingram, his first. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now it's Luck off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
Yeah, and as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Second down, Prescott. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Prescott. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Jets have now moved out in front of the Dolphins. Tom Savage hooking up with his guys early and often. 3 first-half touchdowns. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing to bring up 4.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential. He's realizing it here.
Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now the Browns get ready as they head back out there. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3 and out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3 and outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3 and out.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
Now McCoy. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's got a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll run it with McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long distance...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. Underneath for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. On 1st and 10, Luck. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Back to throw, Luck. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Evan Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And the lead will grow by 1 more. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns defense getting ready. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Prescott on first down. Over the middle and caught by the tight end, Clay. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Prescott, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's Prescott, and he's got Rodgers. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Fresh set of downs here. They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. To the air again, Prescott. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now a timeout coming here. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visit. Now, you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it. But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Steelers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third down and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Throwing, Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Prescott on third and goal. And it's hauled in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rodgers, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. There they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on third down, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Yannick Ngakoue able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Fletcher Cox in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
8 yards to go here on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a third and about 13.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Luck now to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And down he'll go at the 25. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down right near the 27. A very solid gain of 27.
As this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Prescott from the gun. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dontari Poe in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Second down, Prescott. Pass incomplete.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Third and long for Prescott. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Folk's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They begin the drive with Johnson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing is Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position. A field goal last time is what they gave up in a close game. All these drives start to feel so critical.
And they are. And, you know, we've met so many defensive coordinators who just really hate the bend but don't break mentality. They're much more of the aggressive school. But that mentality has won a lot of games.
When the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Linval Joseph in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Play action. It's Luck. They'll roll him out right. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Luck. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And the play clock's running down. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And that one not to be. It's on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game now. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run. It's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself. But it was 4th down, and the possession changes.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this. Where they just...
And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodgers. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Prescott yet again. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And again, it's Prescott. And he's got Rodgers. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Prescott. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eli Rodgers with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Prescott. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's Luck now on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Browns on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Prescott looks to throw on first. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
To throw is Prescott. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
the shotgun. It's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Locke. And Ingram holds it in. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Now a handoff here to his running back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. Luck now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man right side is Ingram. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. They'll look to throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Back to throw. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the score.